Welcome to First Comes Love. You're about to take a trip that will change your life, but first we need to know who you are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next up is Let It Flow. New twist. Short waves. Black beads. Tied back. And a blonde one. Go with tied back. How do you look? It's perfect. Jody Ballard. Don't worry, they'll have us change our look in no time. Alright, Jody, this particular trip starts on a very special day. You arrive at a charming park in a Bay Area, heart pounding as you search for the person who invited you here. Blake's always wanted to check this place off our hiking list, but why today? We promised we'd save it for a very special occasion. And then you spot who you're looking for, the love of your life, smiling and waving at you from beneath a gazebo. Oh my god. Unless today is a special occasion. Your heart flutters as you climb the steps. You see the archway inside, the small table, the arrangement of your favorite flowers. Blake, what are we doing here? You know I'm always up for an impromptu hike and bite, but I thought we were saving this place for, butterflies dance in your stomach as your date smiles. The smile has made you weak in the knees since the day you met. This is a single love interest book. But of course it is, because all the books lately are. Who's your date? A man. We have number 1. Number 2. Number 3. And choose a woman. Let's see the female options just for sakes of knowing them. Number 1. Kind of like her hair. Number 2. Number 3. Very short and wavy. And back to the male options, of course. Blake Marshall, your boyfriend, takes one of your hands in his, grinning. I know, but I couldn't wait any longer. And I'm hoping this will count as a special occasion. What do you mean? You gasp as he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a perfect ring. Your ring, the kind you've always dreamed of. Is this really happening? No, it's probably a dream, but Blake gets down on one knee beside you, his voice is warm and soft, but somehow it drowns out the wind, the birdsong, everything. When we made the pact back in college, I never thought you'd love me the way I've always loved you, but somehow I got unbelievably lucky. And I want to push that luck one step further. Jody Ballard, will you make me the luckiest man in the world and marry me? Your vision blurs with happy tears. Yes! It's on the tip of your tongue. I told you it was a damn dream. When you wake up to the ringing of your cell phone. Oh, great. Totally normal dream about dating my best friend again, and I don't even get to see the end of the proposal. You sit up from an unintended nap, next to a pint of ice cream, rubbing your eyes and yawning. Your phone has notifications from the second dating app you've installed this month, but you swipe past them the moment you recognize that caller ID's photo, all tiredness gone, because, of course, it's... Hey, stranger, I'm not interrupting anything, am I? Nope. Just... the best dream of my life. Oh, well, I know what it was about. Your face flushes with heat as you try to push away the mental image of him holding out the ring. It was a date, the best one I've ever had, although the guy was a little out of my league. Don't sell yourself short, Ballard. But, as sorry as I am to interrupt your hot celebrity fantasies, I had some news that couldn't wait. I got a job offer as the soy chef at Petruccio's, the fancy restaurant off Mission Street. Mission Street as in my Mission Street? As in, I'm moving back up to the Bay, Jody. I've been away for 3 years, but if you can survive 1 more month without yours truly, then I'll be back for good. Oh my god. What made you want to move? I thought things at the restaurant were going great. They are, but Petruccio's is, well, Petruccio's. I couldn't say no to working at the hottest new restaurant in the Bay. And it doesn't hurt that I'll be close to you again. Oh, no, it doesn't. Once I'm back, Marcellion and Eve were thinking of doing a trip to celebrate, with Felicia having the baby soon and Eve's new gig. They want to have one last hurrah while the gang's all in one place again, before baby Geddon and Eve's move to Germany, and before your 30th birthday party. It's just a few months away, right? Yeah, it is. Your heart suddenly pounds, and just like that, the memory washes over you. Almost 10 years ago, at the worst party of your life, your college boyfriend just dumped you publicly, so like any reasonable heartbroken person, you fled to the frat's roof to be alone. I can't believe Taylor would break up with me tonight, in front of all those people. Welcome to college. It's the new high school. You scrub a hand across your face, but before you can get your tears under control, someone sits next to you, holding 2 cups of beer. Hey, stranger, I'm not interrupting anything, am I? Just my longest relationship blowing up in public fireworks display. I'm obviously fine and not a hot mess about it at all. Your voice cracks and you can feel your eyes water, tears leaking down your cheeks, but before the floodgates burst, Blake wraps his arms around you. Of course. That's usually what running mascara means, right? You stifle a half-cry, half-chuckle as Blake gently wipes away one of your tears. I'm sorry things didn't work out with Taylor, really, but you deserve someone who treats you better than he did. Blake, what makes you so sure? Maybe Taylor was right to break things off. Come on, Jody, I've known you for a few years, and I already know you're gonna be part of my life forever. Anyone who doesn't even want to keep you around is an idiot who doesn't deserve you. You laugh as you wipe your face. Blake puts an arm around your shoulder and you let yourself lean against him. Thanks for coming after me. It feels like yesterday I was comforting you after your breakup. What was her name, Jenny? Jessica, and that was 2 weeks ago. Thank you very much. Yeah, and I brought you Shanghai garden dumplings for your breakup, so you're very welcome. Don't worry, I already put an emergency order. Their delivery guy's on his way here now. Really? Yeah, please, dude. I would never leave you heartbroken and dumplingless after a breakup like this. You smile and take a sip from your cup. The dumplings help, but sometimes I feel like I'm gonna end up with just some guy, you know? Just Taylor, just Jessica. Ugh. I feel like I'll get so exhausted of dating that I'll never have a chance to find the one. I almost think things would be easier if we got together. Oh, what makes you say that? Just that when I'm around you, I can always feel like I can be myself. I can eat what I want, watch what I want, without being judged. Same here. Jessica's always pretended she wanted a side salad every time we went out. Well, you got your double-decker hamburger. You know it, and you know me. You're a pretty easy study. Well, what if we made a promise? A promise? Yeah, like we're both still single when we're 30 and we get married. We could spare ourselves more heartbreak to settle for Jody and just be with someone who really gets us. Are you serious? I mean, what would you say if I was? It reaches up a hand to gently touch your cheek, and your heart leaps. If you're dreaming, somehow you don't want to wake up. I'll wait for him to make a move. I mean, you literally just broke up. Your gaze shifts from his eyes to his lips, every moment of contact sending a thrill down your spine. He leans in slowly until... Oh, the sky lights up with fireworks, and you shift back, startled. Both of you laugh, but Blake still has a soft look in his eyes, like he's waiting for a reply. So what do you say? To not being single and alone at 30? I'd say yes, but I'm gonna hold you to that, Blake Marshall. The sound of Blake's voice jolts you back to the present, just as warm, comforting as it has all those years ago. So, Lino's been looking into the national park up north. We could spend a few weeks lounging in fancy mountain lodges, camping, sunbathing with our favorite people. What do you think? I think As long as you'll be there, it sounds perfect. Yeah, and it will be. That's a promise. It's impossible to tell from his voice if that word hits him the same way it hits you. Not the first promise we've made. And hey, once we're there, there's something big I want to talk to you about in person. Does that mean what you think it means? Despite the mix of excitement and adrenaline flooding through you, you keep your voice calm. And I can't wait. After the goodbyes, you set your phone on the nightstand and lie down, but it's impossible to sleep. Blake's finally coming back to the bay, and maybe I'm not the only one who wants to talk about how I feel. Chapter 1. The Promise. Cute story so far. A few weeks later, you finish stuffing one pair of shorts into a duffel bag just as your front door bursts open. Hey, there's my second favorite woman in the whole world. Your other best friend, Marcelliano, rushes inside, sweeping you into a bear hug and spinning you around. I believe I'm saying his name correctly, but we're gonna call him Mark for short. I appreciate how much you love your wife, but when you put it like that, it almost sounds like a little insulting. Fair point. I'll take that under advisement. Speaking of Felicia, I'm a little surprised she let you come. Don't you have more baby prep to do? Ha! We finished all of it months ago. It basically begged me to get out of the house. I see. Are you turning into a helicopter dad already? If you're hovering too much before the baby's even born, you're gonna be a mess when they actually get here. I've always been hovering a perfectly reasonable amount, and have made a normal amount of planning binders. But enough about me. I'm more excited about you finally reuniting with Blake. It's not like we haven't seen each other since he moved, but it is gonna be nice to spend more quality time together. Nice, please. I know you've always carried a torch for him. You have no idea. Now be honest, is it really what you're gonna wear to reunite with a guy you've pined after since college? What's wrong with it? You think I can do better? See, I told you they'd be changing you in no time. He glances at the discarded clothing strewn across your living room floor and from your packing efforts and ducks into a bedroom closet, returning with a grin. Why is it always people have to go into our shit to get us an outfit? I don't understand. I know you can. How about this cute number? Interesting outfit. Okay, good call. This is way cuter. Ah, thank you for seeing reason, and trust me, when Blake sees it, he won't be able to keep his hands off you. That's not really a thing you want people to say to one another. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. You said I want to drive with Mark in the passenger seat, but the closer you get to your destination, the more butterflies you have in your stomach. Jody, I say this with love, but you've been tapping that steering wheel like you're auditioning for the world's worst drum solo. Are you nervous about seeing Blake in person? I thought you'd be over the moon. I am, but there's something I never told you. This one night back in college, we did something kind of crazy. One explanation later. Hold on, you and Blake made a fudging marriage pact? Yes, were you not listening? Ah, every word is permanently imprinted in my brain. I just can't believe you never told us. This confirms that they're meant to be. Let me guess, she's on speakerphone. Hi, Felicia. When did Lino even video call you? You wave at the video feed on Lino's phone, and he shrugs. Guess instead of Mark, we're calling him Lino. Basically, the second you said that, you and Blake did something crazy. We've been shipping the two of you since freshman year. Oh, Blake just had his 30th birthday, right? And you're turning 30 in a few months. And you're both still single and so tired of the mingle. You've got to cash in on that pact. Don't get too excited. I doubt Blake even remembers it. He's never brought it up since then, so I haven't even tried. Well, what are you waiting for? You got a gorgeous outfit on, your hair looks amazing, and you need to go and remind your man's dad. Before you can respond, your car suddenly gives a loud, alarming creak as it slows to a crawl. What? No. And I'm gonna have to call you back. You barely manage to pull over to the side of the road before the car absolutely gives up on you. Oh, we're almost at the lodge. Why did I have to break down now? Don't worry. I know just the guy who'd be happy to swoop in and rescue you. He winks and sends a text, and a few minutes later, a familiar car pulls up. You get out of yours just in time to see the door open. Eee, looking good. I don't know, I kind of dig his younger, spikier hair, but, you know, hey. I dig the college look. Okay, leave me alone. Hey, stranger. I heard you needed a lift. Blake! You race up and wrap him in a hug. He spins you around, his strong arms warm against the bare skin of your stomach, before reluctantly setting you back on the ground. Damn, Jody, you really have the gorgeous damsel in distress look down. What, this whole thing? You really like it? I mean, you could make anything look good, so... His gaze slowly wanders down your body, lingering on your midriff before he clears his throat and meets your gaze. Yeah, it's a good fit. I'm surprised no one else stopped to rescue you before I got here. Oh, they did. I just beat them away with a stick. Glad I didn't interrupt anything then. Not at all. I just missed you more than you know. I think I might have some idea. He pulls you into one more hug, but even once he lets go, he gazes into your eyes, suddenly looking more serious. Listen, Jody, there's something I miss this. Your whole dynamic, it is to die for. Thanks, Mark. When Lino chimes in, Blake laughs and turns to wave at him as he leans against your car. Hey, Lino, how's it going? Pretty great right this exact moment, other than Jody breaking the car. You make a face at him as Blake pops your car's hood and peers at the engine. He has no right to look so cute when he's concentrating. The good news is it should be fixable, but it's not going to be a quick fix unless Lino's hiding some tools up his sleeves. I don't know jack about cars. Like, I called some local place, Luke's Towing, right? After texting you, they'll be here within an hour. Luke is down the road from the lodge. Instead of waiting for the tow truck, we could head over, check in while your car's getting fixed up. Why don't I stay with the car? You two get a head start. I'm sure you have lots of catching up to do. Alone. Mark gives you a not so very subtle wink. What do you say, Jody? Should we ditch him for a few and drive off into the sunset? Take a solo drive with Blake. I'd love to. You'll be okay. What, please? It's giving me a chance to take a ridiculous selfies for my boo. You kids get out of here. You and Blake grin before climbing into his car and setting off down the wood-shrouded road together. So, $5 says Lino is totally taking selfies with the engine like he's fixing it. $10 says he posted on his pictogram feed and Felicia calls him out on it about not knowing anything about cars. The two of you chuckle, and all that time that's passed since you last saw him seems to melt away. Everything feels as comfortable as ever. I still can't believe you're moving back to the Bay. How does it feel? Amazing. I can't wait to be back in my old stomping grounds. LA was nice, don't get me wrong, but the Bay has always felt like home, you know? Plus, Chef Kodo is so down to earth. He actually asked me my opinions about his menu. And the location... I passed by it yesterday. It's literally in the heart of the mission. I still can't believe he's got such a great spot. Didn't you say he also recommended the lodge we're going to? Yeah, and it is gorgeous, by the way. If it is anything like the pics Eve sent me, I'm sure it is. You're gonna love it, trust me. This whole trip is gonna be a blast. I know. I can't wait to... beat you to the end of every hike, see the gang back together again. Same. It's too bad Felicia isn't here. She basically is. Lino texted her like 100 times on her drive up. I still can't believe they are having a kid. Right? I can hardly even keep a houseplant alive, let alone a kid. Yeah, I remember the great cactopus collapse of 2015. In my defense, I warned Eve that I should not be left in charge of her cactus collection. How do you kill a cactus? I'm serious. Well, I mean, I guess overwatering it, but maybe, I don't know. Poor cacti never stood a chance. May they rest in peace. The two of you burst into laughter as you come to crossroads. One sign points towards Red Heart Lodge, but Blake doesn't take the turn. Is this some sort of shortcut, or are you kidnapping me? Kidnapping you, for sure, but I promise it's for benevolent reasons. Then, just to remind you, I get cranky if my kidnapper doesn't feed me every 2 hours. Oh, there'll be food, maybe even a surprise. After another half mile, Blake pulls up beside a picturesque farm with fresh fruit stand besides its gates. This place is so cute. Ah, yeah. Before we go in, though, there's something I wanted to tell. Hi, Marshall. You're back. Don't worry. I set aside some strawberries this morning for you. Before Blake can go on, a smiling woman waves to you from the roadside stand. You're an angel, Vicky. You get out of the car and she hands Blake a whole basket of strawberries. The smell is to die for. In before it's his girlfriend. Freshly picked. If they taste half as good as they smell, I can't wait to try them. Ah, same. Thanks a bunch. You and this cutie have a fun trip now. Don't forget to show her that spot I mentioned. Okay, maybe not. What spot? Oh, it's a perfect place for... don't spoil the surprise, Vicky. We'll head there now. It's a little ways down the road. You shoot Blake a grin as you climb back into his car. Already, charming the locals, huh? I can't help it. I'm a likable guy. For a moment, I got worried when you pulled up to that place. I thought we were back at Snyder Dairy Farm. Back on an ill-advised trip in college. The farm looks pretty quiet to me. Come on, it'll be fine. I don't know. I got a bad feeling about this place, like a haunted feeling. Yeah, I wish. It was a good book. Series, even. I thought you wanted to go on the ultimate cheese tour. I do, but let's just get the cheese and then get out. You gingerly climb the creaking porch steps to the door, lifting a hand to knock when the door bursts open. What you young rapscallions want? Scary mustache, run. Listen, he's a 6'8" two-time. Firm handshakes all around. If you know, leave a comment down below. Firm handshakes. Blake chuckles at the memory. I'd never seen you so scared before. That place might have taken a year or two off your life. It should have taken some years off of yours. That farm was borderline haunted. Oh, but they made some great cheese. It was the best Havarti I've ever had. But I stand by my theory that there were ghosts. Like poor Betsy. The farmer again. But do you really think the cows were ghosts too? It was a dairy farm. What haunted dairy farm wouldn't have ghost cows? So what, you're saying they fed us ghost cheese? We may never know. Blake gives you a playful grin of his chuckling. Well, I'm glad I wasn't the only one who got deja vu from Vicky's. That's why I had to bring you here. I knew you were the only one who'd appreciate it. And I also thought you'd appreciate those. Blake pulls over beside a meadow of rippling grass, bright flowers, and you both climb out of the car. Oh, Blake, it's beautiful. I figured we need a good spot to enjoy our spoils. You settle onto the grass beside each other as Blake picks through the basket of strawberries. And it's a good spot to do some catching up. You're still working on the admissions office at Clark University, right? Yep, I loved Clark when we were there, and it's nice to help other people get the same experience. Although I wish I didn't have to sit behind a desk so much, you know? Sometimes that's how I feel about being at the stovetop in the restaurant kitchens, but at least you're making a difference for those kids, right? True. I'm basically their admissions fairy godmother. And does that fairy godmother have anyone special in her life? Nobody who's made it past the first date. They've all been that bad, huh? Suffice it to say, Mr. Right hasn't swiped right yet. Ugh. I have been through so many dating apps, let me be honest, and I've got like 6, just TLDR. And, yeah, no, I've tried the swiping, I've tried the messaging. A lot of women just, I don't know, either fake bots or non-existent. I'm sure he's out there somewhere. But until you both swipe right, you still got me. Everything feels just as easy as it always has with him. Here, this one looks perfect. You turn to see Blake holding a fresh, luscious strawberry towards you. You haven't lived until you've tried these. Take the strawberry from him. This is the biggest strawberry I've ever seen. Just wait till you bite into it. After Blake dusts off the strawberry for himself, the two of you lock eyes and pop them into your mouths at the same time. Oh, this is incredible. There is a god, and her name is Farmer Vicky. You share a laugh before grabbing some seconds. Once you eventually have your fill of strawberries, you climb back into the car and head towards the lodge. Thanks for taking me on the scenic route. It was nice to have some time alone to catch up. Ditto. I was dying to catch up with you. Even haven't been leaving Lino to the mercies of the local wildlife. He's probably fine. I'm gonna be much happier now that you're back in the bay. Same. Texting, video chatting is nice, but it's not the same as being able to crash on each other's couches whenever we want. Plus, big news doesn't land the same. Some things are just better shared in person. Yeah, about that. I have something kind of important to tell you. Your heart lifts as Blake pulls up to a beautiful lodge. This must be the big thing he mentioned on the phone. Has he been thinking about our pack too? Nope, probably just you. As you step out of the car, you find Lino waiting on the curbs, waving goodbye to the pickup truck. Ah, you crazy kids made it. Yep, and Blake was just about to share some big news. As you turn to the man you've loved for 10 years, eager for him to go on, footsteps rush towards you. Blake! You and Lino stare as a gorgeous woman runs up to Blake, throws her arms around his neck, and kisses him. What took you so long, hon? I was about to send out a search party. Hon? When you speak, Blake turns towards you and Lino, slipping one arm around the stranger's waist. Yeah, Bex, this is Lino and Jody. Everyone, this is Rebecca, my girlfriend. Wait. Oh, boy. Without further ado, thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And down in the description below. Catch you all later. Peace out.